Hello, it's Colette from the Sacred Rose Temple. I'm coming on here really just to discuss a few things that has been going on with the collective and things that have been happening in my own psyche. So I've promised and vowed to show a little bit more of myself on here, and here I am again. So yeah, the first thing I wanted to just discuss is basically what we're seeing in the collective with regards to all that's happening in our world. And for me, working with clients and working in my groups, it's really hard, isn't it, at the moment to navigate what we should be doing it with our time. And I know that time is certainly speeding up for a lot of us. I find it really hard to get in my day. All the things I need to do, I seem to have this endless list at the moment. And then there's the other polarity where I'm finding people are finding it difficult to get going or are spending time in a day and they don't really know where it's going. So that time aspect's playing out for us all very differently at the moment. But one thing about time I do want to say is the time we're spending at the minute, being embroiled in what's going on in the world and trying to get the balance. It's very clear that some people are really, really spending so huge amounts of time trying to fight or expose what's happening in our world at the moment. And whatever side of the fence you're on, we all have to admit that something very crazy is going on in the world at the moment, and many of us are left with huge question marks above our heads. Some of us are being quite dictatorial about what's happening out there, and dangerously walking lines of saying, I know what's happening, this is happening, and we're leading people into our own agendas and our own fears and our own thoughts. So it's really tricky navigating this energy. And something I've worked with the bodies of work that I'm currently in is just to being aware and conscious of how much time I'm spending in the current climate. If you're not discussing what's going on and you're hiding from it, then that's an issue too, because this is a whole collective world situation that we've got going on. And it would be, I've tried to explain it in my women's groups, it would be like being in the time that the witches were being executed and saying, oh, I'm not getting involved with that. I don't want to listen to the conspiracy theorists who are saying that they're not witches. I don't want to hear the ones who are saying they're witches. It's the same thing right now. What's happening in our environment, in our world, should be of interest to all of us. So for example, I don't have a TV, but that doesn't mean I'm not keeping abreast of what's happening in the news. Of course, I am, but I am not sitting watching the news 12 hours a day. I don't have a TV. I have to come in onto social media or onto news platforms to get the news. So where are you on that continuum? Are you constantly posting about what's going on? Are you ignoring it? Are you trying to navigate that you're sharing, but you're not spending all your time engaging in it? Fear drives us in many different ways. Fear can drive us to ignore. Fear can drive us to be involved and be posting and further implying and condensing fear in the collective. So we need to be really careful. For me, I've, been conscious of my behaviours in this field, and I try to share occasionally. I try to share when something really feels, deeply triggering inside of me, and I really want to share with people. I'm aware when I'm trying to push my beliefs on other people, and I'm aware that people have different beliefs than me, and that's okay, and that we are entitled to hold those different beliefs, and that shouldn't part us or in any way make us say, oh, we can't be friends with you because we have a different opinion, because I see that happening as well. So these are times to be very conscious of yourself and not be looking outside of the self all the time. Whenever something like this happens in a collective, whether it be that a war or, a major worldly crisis, or like it is a global crisis that is happening now, it is asking us to take a look at ourselves. And I've posted about this many times. If we're not using this time to look at our own self and our own behaviour and what directs us and where we're holding back goodness and light and compassion and care and love, and where we are engaging in, lower energy behaviour such as, jealousy, envy, gossip, blaming others, being, uncaring of others, then we are colluding with the collective consciousness. And this time, more than any other time, is a massive wake up call for us all to say, okay, let's turn that mirror, whatever I'm projecting out there, and let's turn it on me. What is this showing me about what I need to do with my own self, my own person, my own psyche, my own behaviour in a time that is desperately screaming to us that change is needed? I could go on with a million quotes that share how change happens on an individual level, and it's so true. There's nothing aged about that, there's nothing outdated by that concept. We all have to start to take the change. It's going to take a whole lot of darkness and a whole lot of disruption to begin to make people see that they are the problem, that we are, that I am. All of us to say, I am the problem. And where is it that I am the problem that contributes to the state, to the condition that is happening on this planet right now? And so many people are removed from the I am, that it's me, that it's going to get more serious, it's going to get more difficult, it's going to get harder until that begins to happen, because this is the evolutionary apocalyptic process that has been going on for some time now. All things are against us: the climate, the population, the virus, the genocide that's happening, the wars between countries, the food shortages, the gas shortages. It's all happening, and it will continue to until we all start to do some deeper self-reflection. I personally have committed more time to doing self-work. I'm putting that as a priority in my life of, where are the places that I'm still not showing up? Where are the places that I'm still residing in low vibrational energies or behaviours? And where am I bypassing what's happening to me emotionally, or the truth of my behaviours and how that impacts my life? So I'm trying to take a deeper ownership, and I'm trying to work with as many faculties as I can in the Jungian work that I'm doing, in work that I do with my analyst. So that's been really important for me, and I'm really sharing that out with my own clients. I run groups, but I do advocate for working with psychoanalysts and psychiatrists and any forms of therapy that might show you the other side of your nature, your other being that you are not aware of, that maybe be operating in the darkness. So that is really the key message that I want to share with this video to you all, to just take a look at yourself and say, where am I really doing the work? Where am I really doing the work? And I want to share with you that the biggest work that you can do is in the unconscious realms. It's what you're not aware of, not what you're aware of. I can say, I'm aware that I gossip, or I'm aware that I am jealous, but there are things I'm not aware of because I'm not, no one's completely and utterly conscious, are they? They're not. So that's when I employ and get assistance with an analysis or do the Jungian work, because it allows for me to explore many psychological fields. And the one field that I am getting a lot of groundwork from at the moment is my dreams. And I wanted to share this because obviously there's different types of dream analysis, and the more common one that's used is people will go to a book and say, you know, oh, I dreamt about a unicorn, for example, last night, and in a book it means magical, mystical, blah, blah, blah. But when you begin to work with Jungian psychology, as I have been, the dream world operates in a very different way, and in a way that I've discovered completely and utterly aids me in seeing things I did not know about myself. So, for example, what you might symbolize as a rose, for example, you might go to a book and it gives you some information about the symbology of a rose, but the symbology of that rose is really what you believe the rose to be, because that's what your unconscious and your conscious mind holds. So it's about using the symbology that comes in dreams as to your own personal experience and what that speaks to you about. But the second thing I want to share about this dream world is that there are so many messages that come through to you through your dreams that you are unaware of, that you are unable to see through those very old and limited ways of analysing dreams. And the Jungian method really allows you to see that every person within your dream, every male or female within your dream is you, is an element of you, and that those people are representing you and your behaviours and things that you are not seeing yourself in your waking days. So it's been revelationary for me to work with dreams in this way. I'm a prolific dreamer. I dream every night. I remember my dreams, I note them down, and I have been working on the analysis with this on my own and with a group and with a Jungian dream analyst. So I've been really wanting to bring this further out into my remit, and I have got in the pipeline some work, a body of work with analysis that I am going to be co-creating with, and as you can see by my face, I'm so excited. So keep your eyes open. In the next week or so, you will be seeing the advertisement for doing some dream work and analysis of your dreams with focus on your shadow, which is amazing, and all those unconscious elements that Jungian work focuses on. So look out, hold tight, the information's coming out soon, but I wanted to just share this with you all just so that you could all gain the juicy gems of going introspect and taking a good look at yourself in relation to what's happening in the world right now. So I hope this falls on you well, and I hope that you're all riding these very difficult times in the best way that you can. And I'm sending you all much love. So take care for now.